doing?
I'm being the strongest girl in the world.
Are you?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Cara.
And I'm Bryan. And this
you're
is
watching
Tales from the Trunk. And why are you being the strongest girl in the world?
Because I'm very excited to read this book, and it's called The Strongest Girl in the World.
By Jenny Nimmo.
And Paul Howard. The Strongest Girl in the World by Jenny Nimmo. Esmeralda was a very large baby. When she was only 6 months old, she chewed right through the bars of her cot.
Esmeralda will be a strong woman,
her dad said.
She can join us in the circus.
When Esmeralda was 4 years old, she could lift an armchair. Her mum made her a leopard skin top and a frilly skirt. But the children next door wouldn't play with Esmeralda.
You're a giant,
they said.
You would hurt us.
And they wouldn't let Esmeralda hold their toys.
You're too clumsy,
they said.
You would break them.
When Esmeralda was 6, she could carry her mum and dad on her shoulders. The children next door wouldn't even let Esmeralda go near their cat.
You're too strong,
they said.
You would crush her.
When Esmeralda was 7, her mum and dad said,
Esmeralda, soon you can join our circus act. You're a strong woman now.
They thought this would make their daughter happy. But Esmeralda didn't want to be a strong woman. She wanted to be an acrobat or a tightrope walker. She didn't like eating meat every day or wearing animal skins or lifting weights.
Strong women eat meat to make them grow,
her dad said.
They lift weights to keep them strong, and they wear animal skins to show they are as tough as lions.
So Esmeralda ate her meat and lifted weights and wore a leopard skin. But she was very unhappy. She grew so big the children next door ran away from her. Alone in her room, Esmeralda made beautiful paper animals and sang to them. They were her only friends. But the children next door called out,
Esmeralda sings like a frog,
never guessing that she had gentle, clever fingers and a heart of gold. In the summer, Esmeralda and her family went on tour. They performed in cities all round the world. Esmeralda carried her parents on her shoulders. She threw them in the air and caught them. She bent iron bars with her teeth and pretended to enjoy lifting rocks. The crowds loved her. But at night, when Mum and Dad were sleeping in their brightly painted caravan, Esmeralda would gaze at the moon and think about the children next door. When autumn came, the tour ended and the family returned home. Mum and Dad cooked a special supper to celebrate their first night home. But Esmeralda didn't enjoy it. When she went to bed, she didn't sing to her paper animals. She was too sad. In the morning, Esmeralda ran to peep in the garden next door. The children had a new baby sister. Esmeralda longed to hold her, but the children shouted,
Go away, Esmeralda! You'll frighten the baby!
The next day, a wind swept into the village. Esmeralda ran outside and watched the clouds tearing through the sky. The wind was as fierce and strong as she was.
Come and play with me,
she said.
No one else will.
But the wind rushed past Esmeralda and into the branches of the tree next door. The tree shuddered and a great branch cracked. The baby next door was fast asleep in her pram under the tree. The children next door looked out of the window and saw the branch was going to crush their baby. They all rushed out of the house, but they were too scared to go near the tree. Esmeralda leapt over the wall and caught the branch as it fell. She pushed the branch away from the baby and it crashed to the ground beside the pram. Esmeralda felt her great strength leaving her. The children next door tiptoed over to the girl lying in the grass.
She doesn't look frightening anymore,
they said. Esmeralda's dad ran out to see what had happened.
She saved our baby,
called the children next door.
How can we thank her?
Esmeralda's mum put her in bed and waited for her to get better. The doctor came and shook his head.
It seems Esmeralda doesn't want to get strong again,
he said. Esmeralda lay in bed all winter. She never saw the children next door skating, tobogganing, and snowballing. Sometimes they looked up at Esmeralda's window. They wondered where she was. They missed her. When the trees began to blossom, Mum said,
We can't go on tour without Esmeralda. What shall we do?
Perhaps it is time we ask the children next door.
suggested Dad. The children next door were sorry to hear Esmeralda was still ill and went to visit her. They saw all the paper animals so neatly and cleverly made.
How beautiful.
They whispered.
We wish we could make paper animals.
The children crept close to Esmeralda. They put their toys, their cat, and their baby on her bed.
Please get strong, Esmeralda.
They said.
We want you to come and play with us.
Esmeralda gave a tiny smile. Only the baby saw it. The next day, Esmeralda sat up in bed.
What a lovely day,
She said.
What's for breakfast?
Then Esmeralda gathered up her paper animals, opened the window, and threw them into the air.
For you.
She cried to the children next door.
Hurrah!
They shouted as they ran to catch the floating creatures.
Esmeralda is well again.
Esmeralda is still with the circus, but she's not the strong woman anymore. Every summer she goes round the world with her mum and dad. She swings high on the trapeze and walks the tightrope. The crowd stare in amazement and gasp at her bravery. Esmeralda loves it. But in the autumn, she comes home to play with the children next door. They say she's the best friend they've ever had.
Oh, she's really strong when she started. And then she began to enjoy herself.
Absolutely, and enjoy the other things in life.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing about life. You can choose where you want to go and what you want to be.
And you don't have to be just one thing.
No.
You can be lots of things.
Everybody is more than one thing.
Yes.
That's a quote.
Thank you once again for joining us.
On Tales from the Trunk from Bryan.
And from Cara.
And we'll see you next time.